Eating well is such an integral part of yours and your partner's fertility, as well as keeping you and your baby as healthy as possible throughout the entire pregnancy.
With the autumn months now upon us, this time of year is the gift that keeps on giving when it comes to fresh seasonal produce that can really help boost fertility and wellness. In this series, I've enlisted the help of my good friend and dietitian Claire Gray to come up with some tasty, warming and nutrient-rich recipes which are perfect if you're trying for a baby or are already pregnant.
It just tastes of autumn, it's absolutely delicious.
And today we're going to show you how to make the apple and blackberry overnight oats, a fab breakfast full of fibre and great if you're on the go.
The apple and blackberry overnight oats. Now, I love a good nourishing breakfast, but the problem is I barely have much time to get anything done in the morning because I have to be up so early most of the time. So what I love about this is that you can literally prepare it overnight and then just gobble it up in the morning, so it's super easy. But, you know, talking about what's going in it, the oats are particularly great because they've got loads and loads of fibre, which means that all the energy is released nice and slowly. But in particular, so I read this recently, that you need 3 grams of what are called beta-glucans that's contained in the oats in order to help regulate your blood cholesterol, so look after your heart essentially. So a nice interesting fact for you there, and all the more reason to eat oats for breakfast, especially in the autumn and winter months when we need that little bit more comfort and sustenance to keep us going. So tell us how we make it.
So this is such a simple recipe, and as you were saying, doing it overnight, it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
So we're starting off with 50 grams of rolled oats going in the bowl, and then I'm just going to add a pinch of cinnamon. Then we're going to add our plant-based milk.
Plant-based milk is something I'm really keen on, and I have it personally and advocate to a lot of people compared to dairy. But I know you're keen on it as well, Claire, aren't you?
So I think plant-based milk can be a great option for a wide variety of issues. I think it's just important when you're buying it to make sure that you're getting a fortified milk, that it's fortified with calcium and vitamin D, which is really important for bone health.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan particularly of oat milk as well, because actually with the oat milk you're getting more of the beta-glucans going in.
That magic ingredient that basically helps to look after your cholesterol, your heart health, and also helps to look after your sugar levels, which is really important in fertility too.
Next we're going to grate the apple into this. This is actually from my garden. I'm quite excited
I love that.
And I'm grating this with the skin on. There's lots of additional fibre in the skin and lots of nutrients actually are held quite close to the skin. So where possible, don't peel.
Keep the skin on.
Yeah.
You just need to wash it before you use it, especially if it's not organic, because you want to make sure if it's been treated with any pesticides or something like that, it's nice and clean and free from that.
And then also I'm just going to zest the lemon. So the apple will brown, which looks less attractive. It still tastes okay, but I'm just going to add a little bit of this lemon, really just to stop that oxidation process of the apple and stop it from turning brown. And also again, it just brightens that little bit of acid, brightens up your breakfast. Then we'll just mix all this through. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of vanilla to this as well.
So that's for people who've got a bit of a sweet tooth, right?
Yeah, vanilla's naturally sweet, and a little bit of vanilla extract, just to again give a little bit of natural sweetness. There's a final few ingredients we're going to add. You can add these right before serving if you want to, or if you're in a rush in the morning, just do it all overnight. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference. So the first is lovely autumnal hazelnuts. Now actually, if you live in an area that has cob nuts, which are in season at this time of year, I'd highly recommend them. These are some cob nuts before they've been chopped up and all their skin's been removed. Good British produce and packed full of nutrients, particularly healthy fats.
And the nuts and seeds are particularly good for sperm health as well.
So a top tip with nuts, the first one is keep them in your freezer or your fridge. That's because the oils in nuts, which are really good for us, they're predominantly unsaturated fats, which are the fats that we should be consuming the most of for our health. They're actually quite volatile, so when you keep them at room temperature, they can actually effectively kind of go off. So if you keep them in the freezer, then it keeps your nuts fresher.
Nice.
So that's one really important
good tip, yeah.
And then the other one from a flavour perspective is to toast them. So we toasted these before, and it really enhances their flavour. And finally, we're just going to add some dates. So, dates are really very sweet, but they they also contain fibre, which slows down the release of the sugar into your bloodstream. And they're a natural source of sweetness, so we're not adding any honey here, we're not adding any maple syrup. And so using 1 or 2 dates, if you really want to make your breakfast a bit sweeter, is a more preferable option. And you can do that to taste, so we'll just add a little bit here.
Or if you need an extra boost to your libido, especially in the morning, I mean, you know, go for it.
So this is going to go overnight in the fridge now, but we're just going to pop it in a jar just to make it that little bit more portable for breakfast in the morning.
Nice glass jar as well.
So in the morning, get your yoghurt, top it with that.
So what yogurt are you using for this?
So you can use a variety of different yogurts. So a plant-based yogurt like a coconut yogurt would be fine. And if not, if you're wanting to use animal protein, then you could potentially use goats or sheep's or cow's milk. My preference with that is to use organic.
Yeah, mine too.
So if you top with that and then finish off with just a few extra blackberries and a few of your leftover hazelnuts.
It looks so pretty, and the best thing is that it's packed full of loads of antioxidants, which are really good for your sperm and egg health as well. And so you're getting everything really in one go in a breakfast that's really good for your fertility as well in the autumn months.